किरण सर बीच बीच में ना रचल मैम किरण सर बीच बीच में थोड़े से स्क्रीनशॉट ले लेना तो इट विल बी यूजफुल फॉर आवर रिकॉर्ड.
Sure, sir. Sure. Yes.
Rachel ma'am, Prasanna sir, Srinivas Prasanna sir has just messaged कि he is on the bridge. Can you please let me in? So can you please check whether he's there or not?
I have added.
Hello, good afternoon, Srini sir. How are you doing?
I am doing well.
You're looking nice. I think Indian water is doing magic on you.
One second, let me dial back. It's not coming through my phone. Once. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're perfectly audible.
Okay.
And I'm sure it is comfortable to you
Yes,
also.
very comfortable. Yeah.
That's great. Long time. I think we have made last time in January when you were here for the conference.
Yes.
Great. So how it is going on in USA?
It's really very positive. I came here to meet the team. I'm in Bangalore now. I came to meet the team. We went out for dinner. It's kind of a unique, like you and I spoke 2-3 weeks back. It's a unique thing that's happening now with AI, where all of us are trying to know how to make money with AI. Now the problem is to reskill our team. I have to tell them that they all have a lot of Java and the Python background. Those things are great, but now the world is moving towards more of a data analytics, AI, business value. So I think it is the reskilling is needed in the team, and then we have to bring in new people, onboard them. So it's a same thing. It's just that it's a different skill sets changing. So.
Yeah, definitely. We will be talking about a lot on skill set because I think this is the era when we need the different kind of skill set than 2025. Even in a year, things have changed drastically.
Yeah. That's what I jokingly tell people. Uneducated means it used to be that you don't know how to read or write. That's uneducated. Now, uneducated means you are not updating your skill set. Every year you have to update your skill set. Otherwise, you are irrelevant for the companies.
Just 5 days before the Anthropic launched the Fable 5, and it is started to change the world.
Yeah.
One of the best model we have seen.
Yeah.
Well, sir, it is exactly 3.30. So with your permission, shall we start the session?
Yes, please. Yep, let's do it.
Sir, before we begin, this session we are recording and we'll be keeping it on our social media handles so that the prospective students, the industry people, and the interested parties, they will be able to look into this chat and they will be able to take some proper decision for their career as well as for their industry.
Perfect. Love it.
Thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Symbiosis Skills and Professional University, Pune, I warmly welcome all the students, faculty members. I'm sure so many people are sitting here in the faculty room with one laptop. then industry professionals and prospective learners to another enriching session of Coffee with Industry Expert. Today's topic is extremely relevant because warehousing has evolved from being a simple storage function into a nerve center of modern supply chain. With the rise of e-commerce, automation, AI, and robotics, warehouse operations have become one of the fastest growing career domain worldwide. To guide us today, we have with us Mr. Srinivasan Prasanna, my friend, philosopher and guide, and CEO of IWMS USA. His profile, when I was reading, I was not sure what to take and what to leave. It's such a exhaustive and I should say inspiring profile. But anyway, I will try to just do justice to my job. So he is CEO of IWMS USA, supply chain transformation consultant, technology leader, entrepreneur, and visiting professor. I'm sure, Srini sir, I have covered something of your CV. Then his experience spans warehouse management systems, ERP implementation, supply chain optimization, business process reengineering, and global project management. Sir, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
So,
Pleasure time.
sir, so many of us, when we were discussing during the lunchtime also, and our student also. So you have successfully built a career spanning project management, supply chain consulting, entrepreneurship, and academia. Could you share your professional journey and the key milestone that shaped your career?
Perfect. Thank you, Dr. Kedia. I mean, it's always fun to talk to you and then talk to all the people here. So I started my journey with chemical engineering in MIT Manipal. Once I finished my chemical engineering, I decided that I wanted to understand how process works. One of the beauty of being a chemical engineer is that is input has to be exactly equal to output. We don't like any waste. And then the input, if you put 2 units, if you can get 2 units output, that's great. There's no waste. But almost all the chemical engineering training is 2 units of input means it has to be 20 units of output. We're always looking for more of the output. So I took that knowledge, went into the industry. I worked in Madras refineries in Chennai for a year. Then I ended up in Dubai working for Colgate Palmolive division for about 2 years. That journey taught me that, hey, the process engineering, especially back in 1999, world was just catching up to modernization, technology. I remember as a shift engineer, I still had a log where I used to write it in a piece of paper, all the parameters, and then feed it to a data operator, and that person will type it in to just but just about a year back, I was back in Dubai. I went to a process engineering plant. Everybody is walking around a tablet. So the world is evolving in a big way. So that curiosity taught me when I was in Dubai for 2 years. I thought, hey, I need to understand this technology, how it is changing the landscape and what's happening. So I got an opportunity to go to America to do my master's in computer information systems. So I got my master's in computer information systems. Then had a unique opportunity to work for Ford Motors in Detroit, Michigan, and where there was a transformation happening from a Y2K world, from AS400 IBM mainframe, to the world was moving towards more client-server architecture, GUI-rich, modern technologies. So Ford asked some of us to say, hey, we are going to put up a development center in Maramalai Nagar in Chennai. So is there an opportunity to become more of a business analyst to understand what Ford has been doing for 20, 30 years in a green screen in an AS400 system and translate that to a modern technology? That journey taught me that India has got an immense amount of potential in terms of technology people. And they're all hungry. They want to do a great job. And America as a country was struggling to find enough STEM education people. And then also, America is very capitalistic. So if you can do the job cheaper, faster, they will take it and they'll run with it. So that journey took me to did some outsourcing between India and the United States. Then I ended up at 3M, which was a company which was mainly focused on manufacturing, but they were also trying to get into RFID some Morse code tanning technologies and said, hey, as this manufacturing is happening in China, Cambodia, Vietnam, a lot of these products are coming to the United States and needs to be distributed. So you need good tracking systems. And that's what my supply chain journey taught. So I spent some time in 3M and understood how the world is evolving from a very manufacturing rich, mainly China, Cambodia, Vietnam area, to all the things are moving to finished goods are moving to US and Europe, and how the tracking technology is there. And that along the way, I just realized that, hey, I really like this supply chain because yeah, as a Western country, they were manufacturing everything in the eastern side of the world, 90% of it. And it's still relevant for last 20 years. In my gut, it is going to be there for next 150 years because manufacturing cannot be done in America for a cost-effective manner. So then along that while I thought I'll start my own business. So I started my business in 2014. It's a startup out of my basement. So then I decided to scale up the business because I knew that India has got excellent talent. America needs that talent to putting a lot of supply chain technology into a lot of their distribution centers. And then Y2K came. The internet boom came, and then the e-commerce boom happened, and then it just exploded. Now I'm very fortunate to lead a team based out of US, Canada, South Africa, and India. Before COVID, we used to have three offices in India, one in Hyderabad, Bangalore, and in Noida. But after COVID, everybody went back. So we still have one office in Bangalore today. I think my journey along the while, my all these while, what I thought was technology is the enabler. Technology can be scary sometimes. We all feel that, oh my gosh, like AI is going to take my job, but it never does. It is all about, hey, how do you put that together to add value to your customer? If you add value to your customer, we all make a lot of money, a lot of career growth. So in a nutshell, that world is my journey has taught me that embrace technology, but at the same time, don't get carried away by buzzwords. Use the technology to your advantage and show value to your customers. And that means your career is going to grow. That means your top line revenue in your business is going to grow. And then I'm a very curious person. I'm always looking for what is next. What is next that is coming in. And as long as you can get hold of what is next, understand it, translate to business value, you are going to be fairly successful in your careers and your business.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So, you got not only the experience of India, Middle East, European nation, and I think entire Asia you have covered in the business manner. And as you rightly pointed out, that the job market is changing, and technology is not killing the job, but it is creating the new job. So, let me come to the next question, which is related to this area only. A lot of students they are feeling nowadays that because of AI boom, the jobs are shrinking, and by the time they will be graduated, there will be very little job for them. What is your take on this?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I finished my chemical engineering, then I got a master's in computer information systems. And then since I was moving towards management, I did do an MBA in international business supply chain. So back in the day, this is just 20 years ago, in 2001, 2002, India or America or Europe, doesn't matter where it is. Once you get an MBA, you are considered as a manager. Hey, you go and do your things. You are setting strategy and things like that, because the world still did not have the leverage of access to data. I think what's happening today is that there is a lot more data than we can do, because literally now it's not about finding answers for any people who are coming to workforce. It's asking good questions. Yeah, in AI world, we call it prompt engineering. If you can ask good questions, you can get the answers for it. The advantage is that is for you to ask intelligent questions, intelligent prompt, you need to have good understanding, overall picture, rational thinking. So I think, like Billy said, it's not about AI is not killing the jobs. AI is not killing anything for anyone's career growth. I think there's going to be a lot of career growth for smart people out there. I think where we need to change as people is that when I go to an organization, traditionally what it is I come as an intern or my first job, first 1 year, I'm going to ask my senior to give me What are the things I need to learn, then slowly start becoming useful. Someone's going to guide you through it. Now with Anthropic and ChatGPT, answers are right there. So now the question is you need to understand, why does the company want me to come to there? How do I add value quickly to the company? And to be asking some intelligent questions. There is too much data, but the thing is you need to filter it and understand what is relevant data and how I'm going to be useful with this. And research back in the day, the research used to be go to a library or go to Google. Now with AI, you can do research in a bigger manner. You can have so much tools available. You can ask all the intelligent questions, compare again, say, if you had to end up working for Bridgestone. Hey, Bridgestone is a tire company. I'm doing work for Bridgestone. What is Firestone brand doing? What is Yamaha brand doing? What is MRF doing? Those analysis are easy at your fingertips. So now you become more relevant to your business to say, hey, how each problem, I can do this analysis, I can present it in a concise manner and add value. I think that's what's going to happen. Like they say, a lot of people talk about it. Back in the day, even today in the world, if you go to a Reliance, it's probably few crores turnover company. There's probably few lakhs of people working. I think with the AI, with the technology, the way it's going to be, there's going to be a lot of big companies like Reliance coming in, but they may not have few lakhs people. They may have few 10,000 people working there. Because it's all intelligent people. They're all having a lot of tools like Anthropic and ChatGPT. So I think that's where it is. It's critical for people who are starting their career to be curious, take the time to do research, get yourself understood about the tools available, and then filter the tool and say, how do I make myself relevant? And once you start making yourself relevant, once you can ask intelligent questions, your salary is not going to be like what I started in Madras refineries at 5,000 rupees per month. It's going to be 5 lakhs a month. So that's what's going to happen.
Definitely, definitely. So, the audience which are listening to this particular talk, the message is very clear. In his initial answer and his second answer, both times the sir informed us regarding the curiosity. I also feel that curiosity is something which will take you beyond the horizon. And another thing, when we talk about the AI and the technology, the prompt engineering which Srini sir has just highlighted, it is something which we must take care and we should learn about it. Moving ahead, sir, in warehousing, there are a lot of misconception, misunderstanding. Still, people feel that warehousing means just storage facility. Though, with expert like you, we would like to know what exactly the
We are
today's
not able to hear you.
warehousing is all about,
Is
and
anybody having
what is the
audio
role
issues?
of technology in it. I think I will repeat myself. Am I audible, Srini sir? Sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Shailesh, sir, you're audible.
Sure, sir. I think Srini sir का there is some technical problem. Uh, रचल मैम, किरण सर, शनि सर शायद फिर से ज्वाइन करेंगे, एक बार देखना. He logged off. He is going to join once again.
Sure, sir, sure. हमने उनको accept किया है. He has joined again,
हाँ
sir.
हाँ हाँ हाँ. He has joined again.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. I was able to hear you, then suddenly I was not able to hear
No,
you. I don't know
no
what happened.
problem, sir. No problem. Technology has its own limitation, but it cannot hinder us to continue. We
Yeah.
will continue and we will achieve our target of today, sir. This 45
Right.
minute should bring some value addition, as you are saying. It will be the value addition for people who are attending, and it will be for the those people, value addition for those people who will be listening in future. So
Perfect.
moving ahead, again, I'm into supply chain field from last 15 years, but still today I feel that the student and the society by and large feels that warehousing means only storage facility. So can you please Explain what warehousing is all about in today's area and how technology is shaping this warehousing.
Yeah. Thank you for this question. I mean, like I said, America, because I've spent 27 years in America so far, what I have seen is that is most of the manufacturing is still done 80%. If you go to a Walmart or a Target in the United States, 80 to 90% of all the products in a retail store is manufactured either in Cambodia, Vietnam, or China, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, and some of India too. The Western countries are reliant on Asian countries to manufacture. And then they bring it into the United States or Europe. It sits in a port. From a port, it goes into a distribution center or warehouses. And warehouses is where it's stored. And then it has to reach the customer hand. And that is in a very nutshell is that is the critical function of moving the product from the manufacturer into the customer hand is a very holistic picture of supply chain. Where warehousing takes a big picture is that is like in Amazon effect happened in the United States. Right around 2014-15, Amazon started investing a lot of money and to say, how can I quickly get the product to my customer? And with e-commerce coming in a big way, Amazon has done 2 day shipping, revolutionized the entire world. Everybody expects moment I press my phone button, I need to get the product in two days, and that used to be till 2020. COVID hit, where we are not able to go and get the products. What happened is India, especially India, is went through a big revolution. Now, in a lot of the hotspot cities like in India and Bangalore, where I'm sitting today, Pune, Mumbai, Delhi, it's quick commerce. Quick commerce means it's 45 minutes or less that you get your product into it. So how does a warehouse be able to say if you manufacture a product in Gurgaon and you are sitting in Pune in your house and you order the product and that product has to reach your house within 45 minutes. Otherwise, you'll never buy that product again from
Correct.
that vendor.
Correct.
Never. So now, how do we do this in a very efficient manner? So AI is used in a big way. Warehouses has to be smart warehouses to be able to handle that demand because we need to understand, hey, it rains in Pune this week. Wednesday it's
Mhm.
going to rain. So moment you know that it's going to rain, that means the traffic is going to be horrible. People are not going to go to the grocery store and buy it. They're going to order more from online. These are all the things that a warehouse has to do. So a traditional warehouse where we were only supplying within 2 days became a history. India is changing the landscape, but America is still not embraced. Even today, I have an Amazon fulfillment center about within maybe 10 kilometers from my house. I order something, I get it within 4 to 8 hours. That's bad. In India, if you say that you have to get it within 4 to 8 hours, nobody will work with you. It's
Yeah,
quick
yeah. Correct,
commerce.
correct, correct.
Yeah. So what the advantage India has got is density of population. Where places like Pune, Mumbai, there's so many people there. So the technology can be deployed. America is still a very big country. We have less population. So we are able to survive with the 4 to 8 hours. So what I want to say is that is warehousing has become very, very critical. In my mind, the way I look at it is countries like India with a growing population, lot of young people. Technology is so relevant. Everybody's got a phone. Every nook and corner you go, there's UPI enabled. I mean, it is such a massive population growth that's happened, and warehousing technology has to keep evolving. And for countries like America or Germany or Belgium, India is the pilot place. Hey, till today, America is not able to figure out how to get within 45 minutes to 60 minutes delivery of product possible. And believe it or not, for 25 years of outsourcing, it used to be that America will outsource the work to India. India will do the development work, maintenance work for it. Now the landscape is changing with AI. India is becoming the model that America is aspiring to. Hey, how do I get within 60 minutes?
Excellent.
So it's going to be huge.
Definitely. This is a news for us, dear audience. If we can learn this thing, so we are at least ahead in some areas with as compared to USA. Shri sir, here with the help of quick commerce, we are able to get the product in 15 to 20 minutes. Literally, we have tested it and we have got it.
Yeah.
Even grocery products, even the food products, within 20 minutes you can get it. So you want some hot beverages, cold beverages, you just order it and within 20 minutes it will be at your doorstep. So yes, the message is very clear given by the sir. Warehousing is not traditional anymore. It is technology oriented. And the developed world is looking at India to provide a cost effective solution. Not only cost effective, but the solution should be safe. It should expedite the delivery process and the customer satisfaction process. So I'm sure there are plenty of job opportunities. So when we are coming towards the job opportunities, sir, so what do you think for our management graduates from logistics and supply chain and from ports and terminal management? What are the job opportunities available for them in the areas of warehousing, logistics, and supply chain management?
Thank you for this. If the students or anybody else in this call, if you go to Google or ChatGPT or way and say, look at a US dollar bill, the one thing which is written in a US dollar, any US dollar bill, $1, $2, $5, $10, doesn't matter what it is. It says, in God we trust. I am a teacher as well. I go to my students and say the exact same thing. If you look at the dollar bill, it says, in God we trust. You trust only the dollar bill. Everything else, you have to question the data. So in terms of your future career growth, where do you need to go from here? I would say that you should focus on understanding data analytics. It has to be there. I mean, you have to know how to analyze the data. There are so many tools out there, from a rudimentary Excel, pivot tables, to be able to use Power BI, other SAS softwares. A lot of software is available, but my advice is that is please be very, very good in data. And also make sure that with ChatGPT and all these other AI tools available, question your data, because you don't want to take it's a garbage in, garbage out. That can be sometimes blind data. So make sure it's a good data, analyze the data, use AI to question yourself to make sure that your analysis is good, and then bring the human element to it to say, hey, how does it make sense? Is this, if you were the owner of a company, would you do this to make money? What is the analysis of it? So I think right now, back in maybe 20 years ago, when we all started our careers, we didn't have access to technology. We didn't have access to data. Today, in today's world, please use the AI to validate your data, present it in a consistent manner, and then also always focus on using your human intelligence to bring it. Because nobody wants you to just take an anthropic answer and to give it to me. Because people who are in the industry will understand, is this a robotic answer or is it a human element answer? Do all the groundwork, use AI tools. You'll bring the your human intelligence into the mix. I think there's going to be phenomenal opportunities.
That's great. That's great. In fact, the message is clear that data analytics is the need of today's era, and that kind of data we have, it should be, with the help of AI, should be analyzed, but human touch should be there. Sir, Anisha Roy, one of the participant, she has asked the follow-up question on this. So with your permission, I'm taking it. Is there any particular roadmap that we can follow to learn about data analytics? Any courses you would like to suggest to participants? That's what she has asked.
Thank you for that question. I think one of the coolest thing when I talk to people like you, Anita, is that people are not shy asking the question, because that is very, very important. Otherwise, how will you learn, right? So with this regards to, there's so many ways to look at data and learn, right? But I always believe in fundamentals are important. You have to start with the fundamentals. So understand what is data science, what is data analytics really mean, and then go to the tool level. So in terms of understanding, I'm sure that colleges always have great courses. Talk to your advisors, talk to your professors and say, hey, is there a way? Because I can easily suggest you, hey, go to an online class, LinkedIn Learning, or any of those Coursera or any of those places. But the problem is you don't have the relevance to it. So with the trained professors who understand how to give that communication to you and challenge you a bit, think you I had this one. So I would definitely request you as much as possible till such time you get to an advanced level. Don't go into an online course because it needs discipline. It needs some amount of maturity to take an online course and be successful. So I would start with your college, talk with your advisor, and see what kind of courses they have in plan in college, or they could put together programs like this where people, different professors can come and talk, they teach one-on-one classes. So that's the first one. Second is data analytics doesn't mean that it is being robotic in terms of going to R language or I need to be a programmer. That's not what data analytics is. It is about taking the understanding of data. So when it comes to data, it's a science and an art. Science part is you need to understand how do I get a pristine data? What are the cleansing technologies I need to use to make sure data is good? And then how do I do the analysis? What are the tools do I need to use? That is the science engineering part of it. The art part of it is to be able to say, I did all this work with this data. How is this solving my business problem? What is that I'm trying to achieve? So I think for a roadmap perspective, first is please do talk to your professor, advisors, ask their opinion, because me coming from US mainly, I can say certain things, but they may not be relevant for you. So it has to be relevant for you. So do ask that. Second is that to be making sure that you understand the basic fundamentals. What is data science? How is this applied? Then go to the next layer, which is tools. Hey, what are the tools I need to understand? Is it starting simple with an Excel, all the advanced features of Excel? Then the next layer is to go and say, how do I understand cleansing of data? I know mean making sure that the data going into my system analysis is clear. It's good data. That once you understand that, then the art sides comes and all. So, okay, once I understood the data, I know how to do the analysis. Now, how is this analysis solving the problem? So it's an exciting time to be in. If you go follow me in my LinkedIn profile, just last year I did about 73 courses in AI and data
Wow.
analytics because you have to be relevant. Otherwise, Dr. Shailesh Kedia talks to me all the time that he gets up, 5 o'clock or 5:30 every day, and he's always thinking about writing a paper, writing a book. If you don't keep your intellectual ability going in 100 miles an hour, all of us become irrelevant within a year or two. So it's important to keep up with that.
Great. So we have got with us our director, sir, Dr. Raghavan Santhanam, sir. So,
Hello,
sir, would you like
Prasanna
to share
sir.
some thoughts?
Hello, Prasanna sir. Always a pleasure to hear you, and thank you so much for your willingness to take time out and address our students. We appreciate a person like you. I know, you know, in the time that you're speaking with us, you could have made another $500,000. I know AI and you know it's now the talk of the town, and of course you're a leader in that space as the CEO of IWMS. So once again, thank you. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just saw you and I thought I'll say a quick hello to you. Thank you for always supporting Symbiosis Skills and Professional University. Thank you for having signed the MOU with us. We are very grateful for the time that you spend with us, and I know you do this only for love of India and our students. I truly appreciate that. Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, no, thank you very much for this. I mean, of all the things I do, I always tell education is such an important thing that because there are trees that were planted for me by people I'll never know. In our culture, it is the Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam, right? It is after your parents, the teachers, the educators are the next one, even before your God. So I personally think of all the things I do, this is the duty that I feel so good and happy about sharing with all the students.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. So, Anisha, I guess you're clear about what Prasanna sir has said. The message is clear. There are so many courses. So, if you can interact with the professors like we people, so we know your background and we'll be able to suggest you few courses. And I am more than happy to suggest you few courses. And I'm sure other faculty members of our department will be able to help you out. And another thing is really a credible thing. And people, I have noted down this thing, a power sentence, which is given by Prasanna sir. You have to be relevant. So he has done 73 courses last year. A CEO of one of the $20 million company has found time to stay relevant. So it is a clear message for us, and that message is very clear. Be relevant. Otherwise, you will be out of the market. Okay, moving ahead. Sir, there is always the industry and academia gap. What industry expect from the graduates and what graduates are actually showing or demonstrating as a skill. These are two different things sometimes. Still today, with various reports, we feel that only 25-30% students or graduates are employable. So, what is this gap and how do you think this gap can be breached?
I don't know how many students are of Hindu faith in this call, but if you don't, then you need to Google it later. What I'm going to say, in Hindu culture where I grew up in, it's Saraswati is the goddess of education. We think that, okay, hey, you get blessed with Saraswati. She gives you a lot of education. Make sure that you understand, you learn, you get good grades, you do your homework, you do all these wonderful things to get yourself a good education. Then when it comes to business world, we call us the Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the god of money. So how do you make your Saraswati blessings to a Lakshmi? That's what is count all about, right? How do you go from a highly educated person who has put sincere effort, did every homework, did every assignments, got great grades, and then how do you convert that into being in the business, making sure that you are paid very, very well for all your efforts that you put in. So I think where I want to be able to say is the landscape is changing a bit. Schools like Symbiosis skills right in your college name is a skill. So it's such a big emphasis. It is not just education, theoretical data, just book knowledge that you memorize and then you come out of it. It is about skills. So now the project work that you're doing, please take it seriously because these are industry projects that they are trying to solve the problem. The industry, since I come from the both sides of it, from an industry standpoint, I mean, I'll give you an example. In my own company, we invested in AI a significant amount of money, close to $1 million. We have not made $1 of return on that investment. The reason was that is we wanted to kind of pilot it out. Hey, we understand AI big things in supply chain, in warehousing technology. What can AI do? I have a set of engineers who've talked a lot of great things. They have done all these work. Now the question is, how do you make that relevant to technology, making money in the business? So what we did was we went and piloted it with the customer and said, hey, I'm going to give this for free, run it pilot for us and tell us that how do we make this relevant for you before we charge and make money out of it. Now, fortunately, we are a very profitable AI business where all our idea designs are now tested with our customer and then we are capitalizing it. So from a student standpoint, the way I would approach that is when I studied 25 years ago, it used to be professors tell me, these are the things I want you to study. This is a project work. I never took it any serious because I thought, oh, it's all fictitious company, fictitious data, and then got a grade and then go to industry and learn. A student today has to be able to take the theoretical concept, understand it very, very well. Then any project work you do or anything relevant to how this connects the dots, please talk to your professors. They are more than happy to tell you, hey, a concept like this, how does it make sense for a business value? Um, in a data analytics class that I just taught last semester for in the college in United States, we call us the SOAR model. SOAR model is yes, specify the data. You have to understand what is the problem you are solving, and then obtain the data. O is yes, is specify the question. O is obtain the data. A is analyze the data and report the result. So I tell them, so if we were to teach about financial management, profit and loss statement, balance sheet. Then I tell them that, okay, why don't you go look at a publicly traded company? Reliance is a publicly traded company in India. Can you go in to look at their financial model and tell me exactly what is the investment that they are doing on Geo, and how is that going to pay in next 5 years, 10 years? Those are the kind of things you want to look at. You have to take initiative. Look at what is happening in the marketplace. Please talk to your professor. Every subject you learn, every chapter you learn, tell them that, okay, how do I take this to apply to the industry? What is that is going to help me out? So I think it is a two-way street. Us as professors, us as teachers, our job is not just teach you something and walk away. Our job is to make you job ready. You as a student have to take the curiosity, interest, and come and ask us to help you, because it's not possible for a professor with 60, 65 students to give you one-on-one attention. We don't have enough time in a day. So it's a two-way street. We are willing to help you out. You have to take your initiative, come and talk to us, ask us those questions.
Great, definitely. I think this advice will be very useful for students. And let me remind all the students who are attending right now and who will be listening in future. The Symbiosis Skills and Professional University, we offer the 70% practical experience and 30% theoretical experience. So as sir has highlighted, case studies, live projects are the part of our entire curricula and entire teaching learning pedagogy. Even I'm sure with CSBS we have done 6 joint projects. So here our students along with the St. John's and Benedict University's students, they have done joint projects under the guidance of Indian professor, like we professors of SSPU, Symbiosis, and the professors of St. John's and Benedict University. And what a learning it was. These two different culture, they are coming together, two different time zone, they are coming together, and they are working on the one specific industry problem. So there were 15 groups in each, I think in each semester, there were 16 groups, and each group were having some real-time industry problem. And when they solved together, there were challenges, there were, I know, a lot of things happened during that time. But ultimate result was that the students gained the knowledge of how to solve the problem, number one. Number two, how to work with the team of different culture, how to manage your time, how to analyze data, how to provide optimum solution when there are 10 or 15 solutions which are looking alike. So, yes, Srini sir, I truly agree that your advice to go for live case studies, live projects, and industry training, that would be fantastic for our student. So let's see, a lot of BBA logistics prospective students, they will be listening here. So what would be your advice if they want to have a successful career in this field? What should be the 2 or 3 important things they should start doing from today?
I think the first number one thing is don't get carried away by the media news. AI is disrupting the world. I don't have opportunities. None of that is true. There's more opportunities than ever it has been. I'm going to be very open and honest about it. The first job in America as an IT programmer I started, I was making about $50,000 a year. Today, when we hire a brand new programmer into our business in America, we pay them about $90,000 a year. So there is nothing in my mind says that there is going to be anything less like this. World is going to be always progressing. People with high skills are always going to get paid well. So please take out that notion, oh my God, AI is going to change the world, I won't have jobs. None of that is true. If you are hardworking and if you put the sincere effort, there is rewards there to be paid. There is nothing in my mind. The other one is there is success, there is no shortcuts. It's not possible. Only in a movie we see it in 2 hours someone's in a street and becomes a crorepati and all those things. That's only in movies possible. So it is all about
Correct.
hard work, right? It is hard work. Dr. Kedia has got a doctorate and it didn't come easily. He had put his efforts. It has spent years and years of training, discipline, believing in himself, failures, success kind of goes ups and downs. So that's important. So in the success, not there's no shortcut for success. And then third is be always curious. World has got more things to go and find. There is a proverb in Tamil, in my mother tongue. What you know is only handful. What you don't know is like an ocean around you. So now the question is, someone who's curious is always going to find, okay, well, what can I find? How can I find a cure for this? How can I find a solution for this? When you have that curiosity, automatically you will go and get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, learn new technology. You will have enough time to do 70 certificate. When you have those things, that is important. And that eventually translates into your Access Bank account balance, right? That's just reality of life. So I think two or three things he had mentioned is first is that don't get carried away with the market to say that there's no jobs. There is plenty of jobs. There's plenty of careers to be made. Second is there is no shortcut to success. Success, there is no shortcut. Then the third one is curiosity is very, very important. And the last one I can say is that is none of the successful career is a linear line. It has to be going ups and downs, and there's some turns and twists that happens. In my own career, a chemical engineer becomes a computer engineer, becomes a entrepreneur. That's part of the life journey, right? We all have to navigate that. So don't worry about it. Most of our careers, your careers are going to have 2 or 3 career changes you're going to have, but you will connect the dots at some point. Some point you'll connect the dots. When you connect the dots, you'll feel career fulfillment. And career fulfillment is not just money. It's about feeling good about what you do. When you get up in the morning, you have to feel, you know what, I'm here to solve something. I'm here to do something stimulating for my brain. And that's such a cool feeling. Because after one point in your life, money is just a number. It's beyond that is your intellectual brain to be able to stimulate it every day and say, excited, I want to do something exciting today. And that's a great feeling.
Great, Shani sir. You repeated this thing, connecting the dots or connecting the dots 3 times, correct? And I really admire this thing because first time when I was listening to Steve Jobs' speech, which he has given at Stanford University, if I'm not wrong. So connecting the dot, it has changed the lives. I think just last week I was discussing with my friend and I told her, Ki, if you can connect the dots of your past, you'll be able to live a successful life ahead. And sure, your message is well received. So we have got very limited time. Can we have a couple of questions from audience? Okay. So yeah. So one question from one of the audience is, sir, can you name few countries where there are more requirement for Indian supply chain professionals and we can build the career over there?
I'm fortunate to have traveled to 65 countries so far. And I think I'll have a hard time to name a country where there is no requirement for someone who's in supply chain. I think it's the other way around. I think maybe Iran because of war that's happening, or maybe Afghanistan where there's not much money. Those are the countries where you may not have opportunities. I was in Sri Lanka in February. There is such a big supply chain movement going on. And we are supplying people from American software sold in Sri Lanka for the money they are spending on supply chain automation, robotics. So I think you need to look at very few countries in the world where there is not any need for good supply chain talent.
Great, great. Uh, Friends, our time is limited and we would like to finish up within the time so that we can value our time as well as your time. If you have more questions regarding warehousing and the content sir has taught us, do send it to me. I will compile it and I will share with Srini sir. And Srini sir, we will once again give you trouble to just throw your light knowledge as a light on those questions.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
coming down towards the end, sir, we are really, really thankful to you for sharing your valuable insights, practical experience, and career guidance to our students, industry professionals, and all the persons who attended this session. And with the help of technology, again, the technology called YouTube, this session will be there for next 10 to 15 years, and people will be able to get benefit out of it. Now, with today's discussion, I'm amazed. A person who started low and then tried everything in the life with a purpose. And when you speak, it reminds me that a person with purpose can achieve so many things. He, as in your words, which I have learned, there should be discipline. Without discipline, we can't achieve things. There should be curiosity. We need to learn, otherwise, we will be remaining behind. If you want to be relevant, you have to be updated. The knowledge of last year may not be applicable in today's era. I, for one, believe that and would ready to collaborate with so many people who are into technologies and updated technologies. Again, as sir, you have clearly highlighted the importance of prompt engineering. I take that as a lesson that our students also should learn the prompt engineering, whether they are in supply chain, ports, or any other field. Again, data analytics, as one of our student Anisha Roy also asked the same question. Data analysis is a need of an hour. I remember 15 years, 10 years before, an employee with the good Excel skill was a favorite of boss because bosses were having problem not to take the decision. They were good at taking decision, but when it comes to Excel and data analysis, oh god, what to do? So somebody, a newcomer, is saying, sir, I can analyze the data, and boss says, bet either, don't worry, we will have a cup of tea together. So this is the thing. So data analytics. And sir, on behalf of Symbiosis Skills and Professional University and on a personal behalf, I really extend my heartfelt thanks to you for sparing your valuable time, at the same time throwing such a wonderful light on the modern aspects of warehousing, and not only warehousing, logistics management, supply chain management, and this concept connecting the dots, they are applicable across every aspect of life. My sincere thanks goes to our management, honorable management of Symbiosis Skills and Professional University. My also sincere thanks goes to our director, Dr. Raghavan sir, my colleagues. I can name all of them, my students, and all the participants who were eager to learn from your session and they have attended enthusiastically. Thank you so much for attending. And with your permission, shall we declare the session is over?
Yeah, so the only thing I want to say to everybody is if you've taken anything out of this session, I want you to please cultivate a habit of reading. Take a book, read at least a book, because in my life, what I've seen is most of the time a reader becomes a leader. So if you want to become a leader, you want to start businesses, you want to be the C-level of a company or wherever you want to end up in, cultivate a habit of reading, because this in this day and age with the technology, people don't read as much. So please take time to read at least 1 or 2 pages every single day. Learn something new. It doesn't have to be technology books, supply chain books. It could be a novel because it triggers your curiosity in your brain, how the characters are intertwined. And that's a big thing when it comes to how you see your career, you see your profession.
That's great. Fantastic. So, reader is a leader.
Yeah.
We'll make this a tagline and we will implement this thing in our life. Thank you,
Yeah.
Prasanna sir. Thank you,
Yeah.
Kayande sir. Thanks to all my colleagues, Kiran sir, Rachel ma'am, Prasanna sir. We have got one more Prasanna sir, Prasanna Deshpande sir with us. So thanks to him, thanks to Lokpriya sir and Ashutosh sir and all my colleagues. And this was a wonderful session. I'm sure my sincere thanks to all the faculty members who are available here. And let's connect the dot and see you once again after some time.
All right. See you later.
See you then. Bye bye.
Yep. Bye. Bye.